Hi guys, this is Trimmer Carlos. On today's video, I'm going to give you my rolling review of Disney's Frozen. So here we go, guys. I love this movie. It's become a new super obsessive classic of Disney, and I mean obsessive in a good way. So here we go, guys. I love this movie because it touches on a lot of things. Two major things, in my opinion. The relationship between siblings, which are Anna and Elsa, and social pedigree. You know, the social ladder, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But I love this movie. It's the most popular Disney animated movie ever, in my opinion. It has to be tied with Beauty and the Beast, with all the classics that we know and love. So here we go, guys. So Frozen is about two sisters that live in a magical kingdom called Arendelle. That is based on Norway slash that is based on the country of Norway, I believe. You can check me on that, guys. But anyway, Elsa has the magical powers. Meanwhile, Anna is energetic to the point of super energetic, of drinking Coca-Cola way too much, but she's happy. But there's one problem. Back in the day, when we get to first hear the song, one of the most famous songs of all time, of current times, Do You Want to Build a Snowman? It's basically the backstory of how we got to the current point of the movie, and it's basically this: Elsa has magical powers. She can turn anything into ice. She can form any shape, and anything that she can imagine into ice. Her powers are ice powers. But there's a beauty to those powers, but there's also a dark evil side to those powers. So Anna, at this point, doesn't know that Elsa, well, she knows that Elsa has magical powers, so Elsa uses her magical powers to have fun with her little sister, Anna, and they play until one day when something horribly wrong happens. When Anna is, jumping on, leaping to platforms that Elsa obviously created, but obviously makes, but in one of those leaps that Anna's making, she's jumping too quick for Elsa to form this platform, and she tragically, and Anna falls, but but before falling in an attempt to catch her, an attempt to save her, uh, uh, Elsa hits hits Anna with her magical powers, and she turns one part of her orange hair, Anna's hair, orange hair, uh, blondish. Then then her mom and dad, her mom and dad, the queen and king of Arendelle, basically tell her, Elsa, what did you do? And they know what to do. So the queen and king and queen of the king and queen decide, they know what to do to turn back Anna's hair. Anna's hair into orange. Or at least they tried to. And the king of Arendelle, pulls out a book, and they go to go see a clan of cute trolls, and Papa Troll or Dad Troll tells them Anna was lucky this time. If Elsa would have struck her in her heart, that would be hard to overturn the effects. But luckily she didn't. Then Elsa tells Papa Troll, is Elsa going to be alright? And is she going to remember that I have powers? And Poppy Troll says, no, it's better. No, Elsa. Don't worry. I'll erase the memories of your powers, but not the fun. Not the fun that you and her and Anna have been having. Just the fact that you have magic powers from her memory, from her memory. From her memory, and of course, the king says, it's better this way. Then Paw Patrol says to Anna, there's a beauty to your powers, but there's also an evil dark side to your powers. If that dark side takes control of you, which is basically fear, and takes over you, the darkness the darkness will consume you, and you will die, or not die, but it will destroy the darkness. The darkness of your powers will destroy of your power will of your special abilities will destroy you. So the king and queen said this. we will cut our cut our seventh force. We won't open the door. We won't open the doors of our castle, and we will keep we will keep Elsa away from the public eye, and no one will know about her magical powers until she's able to control them. And we will keep this secret away from Anna. And that's how and that's how and and that's how it begins. Then we get to hear Do You Want to Build a Snowman? Which is basically the classic I Want song. For guys, if you don't know what the I Want song is, according to Disney history, like pure Disney history, it's something that you want. It's something that heroes and princesses want. Their wish song. And this is basically I want to build I Do You Want to Build a Snowman is basically Anna's wish song towards Anna. Now, I Want to Build a Snowman is one of my favorite songs. One of my favorite songs because there's a lot. But here's the kicker. Besides the broken dynamic of Anna and Elsa's relationship, we later, but I'll give you a preview. This movie also talks about the types of love that people have, the class of love, like not class, not like a school class, but like levels of love. And I'll get to that here in a little bit. So anyway, I Want to Build a Snowman is one of my favorite songs. If you guys have seen it, it's a very powerful, and very catchy song. But there's a double meaning to it. There's a double awesomeness to it. It's very deep. It's very powerful. It basically tells you that Anna has to grow up knowing that her sister might not like her, which is not the case. When in fact, the king and queen of Arendelle are trying to protect the kingdom, their their loyal subjects, and Anna from her own sister, but not because Anna's evil, or because of Anna's power, dark side to them. And one of the quotes from the song that basically rhymes with the musical tone of the song, Do You Want to Build a Snowman, is basically don't feel it, don't let it show. Don't conceal it. Conceal it, don't feel it. Don't let it show. Basically what that, and that's a very, 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 it's a very meaningful quote to me because I've been through a lot in my personal life, because having CP is a struggle. But not only with my CP, but also with my love life. But anyway, the song as a whole is a very, very impactful, joyful song, and it's a great backstory song, and it's a great fast forward story wise song. Now, tragically, the queen and king of Arendelle die on a trip abroad, and Elsa and Anna are left alone. Left tragically alone with no mom and dad. And Anna's has lost the only two people that she has felt connected to for the past few years, since her sister doesn't want to play with her, doesn't want to hang out with her, and now she's begging, Elsa to let her in, don't close the door on her sister. And of course, Elsa can't do that. Not only because she's sad because she lost her parents too, but she also lost her cloakers. What I mean, the people that cloaked her, that protected her with this magical cloak that would hide her secret from her sister. But thankfully, in a twist of fate, in a funny twist of fate, it was Coronation Day. Now let's go to current times, meaning the current time right now. It's Coronation Day for Elsa. She's going to become the new queen, and therefore the doors of the Palace of Arendelle are now officially back open, and of course, Elsa's afraid of what might happen. Meanwhile, Anna is happy, very happy, with good reason that finally she will get to see the people, her subjects, her co-royal subjects come into the palace. And this is the perfect description. This is the perfect description of what the first time in forever is about. The song. Yes, because it's been forever. The doors of the Palace of Arendelle have been dusted up. Have been building up dust and filled and closed with sadness and grief, obviously because of the king and queen sadly, passing on. But and Elsa and Anna see this as a perfect opportunity to smell the air, to begin a new chapter of her life and Elsa's life. And it starts off very good, very, very good, like after the first time in forever, when she meets Prince Hans. Now, Prince Hans looks like your typical typical Disney prince slash hero. Handsome, good looking, good intentions, very, 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 very lovable, very likable, and lovable to love all over. And of course, Anna falls for him, falls in love with him in like the first 3 minutes that she meets him. Then both Prince Hans and Anna have a duet. Love is an Open Door. And Love is an Open Door is another one of my favorite songs of the movie because it basically tells us that you shouldn't shut your heart. You shouldn't shut the door of love, even though it might be painful to do so. To open that door sometimes. But you shouldn't do that. And when you find that, perfect person for you, perfect person that matches your heart, you would be matching the same sentences, connecting with the same sentences, like Anna, and and Prince Hans. So right away, at the end of Love is an Open Door, Prince Hans proposes to Anna, and of course Anna says, yes. This might sound crazy, but yes, I accept. And then both Prince Hans and Anna go to the new and elected queen, the new and elected queen, Queen Anna, Queen Elsa. And Elsa says no to Anna, no to Anna. And Hans very fast marriage because she doesn't know because Anna doesn't know Hans enough, Prince Hans enough. But this is the cool thing that I think Disney did. They basically told us there that sometimes love can be a beautiful thing, and it is a beautiful thing, but it could be a beautiful blinding thing. Meaning that Anna said yes quickly, way too quickly, and she wanted to save the date. Wanted to make a wedding day. Of course, Elsa said no, because first you need to get to know the person, and first you need to become friends, then boyfriend and girlfriend, or become friends, get to know him, then have an engagement, then you take the big step of marriage. And of course Anna's like, why are you so against this? And Elsa's like, because no. And basically Anna suggests that after they get married, Hans and her, that he should move into the palace. But Elsa said no, there's no way, because again, no one knows Elsa's secret. And this begins a very, very difficult and intense, heartbreaking discussion. Heartbreaking conversation. That Anna basically says, You have shut me out. You have ignored me. You have ignored me for the past few years. I don't know why. 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 I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to you, but I feel like I'm your enemy, which I'm not. And you say no to you say no to me. You say no, I can't marry Hans because you don't feel you don't understand love because you have shut me out. You have shut out the one person that loved you, that loves you. But since you don't understand it, since you don't understand the meaning of love, because again you have shut me out for no reason. I don't understand why, but okay. You have a cold heart. You have a cold heart. Then Anna says, "Please tell me, what did I do? I can't live like this, and I can't live like this. I can't live like this with the doors of the palace closed. I need to go out. I need to explore. I need to have adventure. I need to have fun outside adventure." Then Elsa says, "Then leave." Then Anna is like hurt, and she has every right to be hurt. And she's and Anna's like, enough. Well, not in words enough, but she tries to, talk to, reason with Elsa, and by accident she takes Elsa's gloves off, which help her control her powers, and obviously Elsa reacting in like saying stop. Her powers activate, and for the first time in many years since Anna sees that Elsa has powers, and then of course Elsa runs away from home, and she runs away from home to a spot that is very secluded up in the North Mountains. And this is where she sings Idina Menzel, who is the voice of Elsa in English, sings Let It Go, which is one of the greatest Disney power and empowering girl girl power Disney songs. So with Elsa leaving, with Elsa leaving, this leaves Arendelle, the kingdom of Arendelle, off balance, discombobulated, without any equilibrium. So Anna decides, I'm going to convince Elsa to dis- disenchant our kingdom from this snowy climate that she transformed, that she made, that she created, because I startled her. I screamed at her. I startled her, and Hans says, No, Anna, I don't want you to go. Right now, Elsa's dangerous. She's unpredictable. And Anna says to Hans, I'm her sister. She's not going to hurt me. And so Anna's on her way. She's riding solo. She's riding solo when she stops at a little shop where she meets Kristoff, a ice maker, an ice maker with his reindeer Sven, and since Kristoff told the owner, asked the owner for some carrots for Sven of this little shop, and Kristoff mentioned that the snow came out of the darn blue sky, out of nowhere, and it seems that the epicenter, or the center of the snowfall, came from the North Mountain. So with that, Anna asks Kristoff if he could take her to the North Mountain. It takes some convincing, but Kristoff and Sven have a long trip with Anna. Along the way, Anna and Kristoff and Sven meet up with an old friend from Elsa and Anna's childhood. Yes, Olaf the snowman. Now, in the backstory, in the backstory beginning, Elsa had built or had made or had created Olaf. Of course, a snowman. But it has been but ever since then, we haven't heard anything from him. Any information of what happened to Olaf. But apparently, when Elsa's powers created this snowstorm, snowfall out of the darn blue sky. It she also made Olaf alive. And Olaf is pretty cute. Who's voiced by Josh Gad. Josh Gad from the Book of Mormon. The play. Sorry, the musical. And basically Olaf sings what and I wish like his I wish song. His I wish song. His I wish song. Which is basically he wants to have a summer day a summer experience, a summer day experience. Of course, we all know what happens. We all know what happens with snow in the summer. It melts. But Olaf is so. His dream is to have a summer day, and he's so positive and so wonderfully cute and awesome that he's so outgoing. But anyway, Olaf's song is very, 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 very good. Meanwhile, back in Arendelle, Hans is taking care of the palace and its subjects. But Duke Weaselton, who is poised to become a political ally to the kingdom of Arendelle, is incredulous to the fact that Hans and Anna are going that Prince Hans agreed to give Anna, his beloved Anna and future wife, the time to convince her sister Elsa to come back to the kingdom. Meanwhile, Duke Weaselton is plotting to take over the kingdom, and he asks his two henchmen that accompanied him to the coronation of Queen Elsa to volunteer to look for Princess Anna, because just before that, the horse that Anna had been riding on had come back to Arendelle without Anna on this horse. So Hans said this: I'm going to look for Princess Anna, but I need some volunteers. I can't go and look for her alone. So that's when Duke Weaselton told his two henchmen that accompanied him to the coronation to volunteer and go with Prince Hans. But if they were but he said this: when you find Queen Elsa, you need to find her alone, just the two of you. And if you find her alone, just the two of you, eliminate her. Meanwhile, Kristoff and Anna and Olaf and Sven found Elsa's secluded castle. And Elsa is surprised to see her sister in her secluded ice castle. And Elsa is like, and Anna's like, come back. I'm sorry that I pressured you. I shouldn't have done that. We can work this out. And Elsa's like, no. You belong in Arendelle. I belong inside this castle. Now I want you to go. Then a scuffle occurred. Then Elsa accidentally, her powers accidentally triggered, and she hit Anna, just like when they were little, with her powers, but this time it didn't. Her powers did not hit her head. They hit her heart. And over the course of the movie, Anna's hair would change to from orange to white as Snow White, white as snow, which gave Kristoff the impression that Elsa unintentionally hit Anna's heart. And in fact, and to be more specific, Anna's heart. And in fact, Kristoff was right. So he decided that he would take Anna to his friends, the trolls, which had took him and Sven in when back in the day when a little Kristoff saw the king and queen of Arendelle ride very fast towards the troll's home. And ever since then, Kristoff and Sven have built a wonderful parental parental relationship with the trolls, and and then and then so Kristoff takes takes Anna to his troll family, and Poppy Troll, and Poppy Troll says to Anna, your sister this time enchanted your heart, and it's getting colder, and it's freezing. It's turning into a block of ice. If if your heart turns into a block of ice, you will freeze forever in time. You will get frozen in time. But to stop the process, which I can't do, Anna, because this enchantment that I first performed on you when you were little was on your head, and the heart is very complicated, it's very the heart is a very complicated thing to disenchant. So the best way for you not to turn into a rock solid ice cube is for someone to do an act of love. So Anna has the perfect idea. Yes, you guessed it, Prince Hans. And by the way, all this time, Kristoff has been falling in love in silence, with Anna. But being the good friend that he is, being the good friend and solid friend that he is, he's been hiding it from Anna and from himself. He's been denying his feelings inside of himself, and basically hiding them from Anna. So Kristoff writing, of course, Sven takes and rushes Anna back home to the palace of Arendelle, and and Kristoff tells one of the servants of the palace to take good care of Anna, of Princess Anna, and go get Prince Hans. And in fact they do. But at this time, but at the same time as Kristoff is returning Anna home, Elsa's chained up and incarcerated by Prince Hans, because they basically found her again. They basically infiltrated Elsa's castle, Ice Castle, and Hans was able to persuade Elsa to come back to come back home and to figure out something and to unsnow Arendelle. But Anna can't. She says, "I don't know how to unsnow Arendelle." Then, like I was saying, Anna asks, "Where's Prince Hans?" And she gets Prince Hans, and she starts speaking very fast, and obviously, the first thing that she says very quickly, more than one time, "Hans, you have to do one act of pure an act of love. Please kiss me. Please kiss me, so you unfreeze my heart, because Elsa struck me, enchanted my heart." Then Prince Hans was like, I thought you said that Elsa wouldn't, that your sister Elsa wouldn't enchant you or wouldn't hurt you." But then Anna says, "I was wrong." Then in a twist of fate, guys, and a major twist, and I believe it's one of the biggest twists in Disney Disney animated movie history. Prince Hans is the villain. Yes, that goody too. That handsome and wholesome prince turns out to be the villain. Which brings me to the point that I was telling you about the class, the love class. Guys, what Disney, again, Disney movies have a hidden message. And every one of them, including this one. Yes, princes are, a handsome prince is normally good and very, very, very handsome and very cute. But being handsome, it's not all that matters. You have to have a good heart. In this case, Prince Hans was a total dope. Which brings me to the point that to my second point that I was telling you about. Don't judge. Don't open a book without reading the whole cover. Yes, Prince Hans might be the prettiest cover to read through, like the title cover of his book. But sometimes some book covers might have a hidden secret. Meanwhile, Kristoff has shown compassion. Compassion towards Anna. Worry, a purpose. A heroic sacrificing his feelings for Anna to see her happy. Which again brings me to the point. The types of love the class of love. Yes. Some guys might be cute, might be awesome, and might be strong and, might be physically imposing, but sometimes, okay, Hans, to put it in a better way for you guys, Hans is a total jock, a Disney jock. Meanwhile, Kristoff is a humble ice making nerd with Sven. So with that being said, since Hans became evil and basically told Anna, I don't love you, I'm going to take over the kingdom and tell Elsa and tell everyone that Elsa enchanted you and that you didn't make it. So then Olaf comes and rescues Anna and basically says in short terms, Prince Hans wasn't that cute. He might be cute on the outside, but he was a rotten apple. He was a poison apple. Meanwhile, Kristoff is in love with you. And of course, Anna was in total shock. To hear this for the first time, and of course, Olaf is basically says, oh my OMG, you don't really understand the concept of love, do you? And of course, since Anna needs the heat to warm her up, to warm her up, Olaf makes a fire, and he starts to melt, and he says to Anna, don't worry about me. Sometimes it's worth melting. It's worth melting for someone. Then after Anna saying no to Olaf. I need you to take me to Kristoff. As Olaf is taking Anna to Kristoff, or to reach Kristoff, Prince Hans is telling Elsa, Queen Elsa, that Anna had succumbed to the enchantment that she herself, meaning Queen Elsa, had put on her sister. And Elsa was pretty heartbroken by this, that she basically ran, or broke her shackle, the chain that were detaining her, and ran through the brick wall, or used her power to break through the wall, through the cell wall, to reach to just. She just couldn't believe it. But in a twist of fate, Anna, a weak Anna, at this point almost to the point of freezing, like freezing into a rock solid statue of ice for 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 all time. She could see that she Anna was able to see that Elsa was distraught, and that Hans was going to stab her or hurt her, and before Hans could ever do that, she got in front of Hans, and she put herself as a human shield to protect Elsa, and that's when she froze. And Elsa was like, she cried and cried and cried. She blamed herself. She blamed herself for causing this. Then Elsa said, "I love you. I love you. I love you, Anna." Then guys, we see a tear coming out of the statue, which is Anna, and the enchantment is broken. And then that same day, a little bit later, Hans is thrown in jail, is transported back to his homeland, where his 12 other siblings are waiting for him. I'm guessing very mad. And for the Duke of Weaselton, he gets a decreeing message from Queen Elsa and the kingdom of that this kingdom will no longer, the kingdom of Arendelle will no longer have any political allegiance to the Duke of Weaselton or the Weaselton name. And to top it all off, guys, to put it short and sweet, Anna surprises Kristoff with a new sleigh, because his old sleigh, the original sleigh that Kristoff traveled and took this wild adventure with Anna with, got blown up and exploded. And for little Olaf, he got his wish. He got his wish. He got his wish. Elsa made a snowy cloud for Olaf, so little a little snow cloud above his head, so that way he wouldn't melt under the sun. And to top it all off, Kristoff and Anna kiss. And with that, guys, this wonderful movie ends. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Remember to leave a like and let me know in the comments if you want to. What song of Frozen do you like, and if you were Anna, where would you hit? Where will you hit that evil and dastardly hunk of evilness, Prince Hans? Other than the face, where would you hit him? So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Remember to leave a like and until and guys, do you want to build a snowman? Bye.